Are you nostalgic for the TV Christmas specials that we Gen Xers got to watch as children?
The red-nosed reindeer. Next, the Crosby family recalls those magic moments that made Bing a special part of Christmas for us all. Wednesday, starting at 8, 7 cents.
A lot of people don't know this, but Gen X really was the first generation to be brought up on screens. Our screens were television screens, of course. We didn't have computers in our homes until we were older and we were in our teens, but we did have TV screens, and our parents made judicious use of the electronic babysitter while we were growing up. So during Christmas break, the local TV stations, and later when you got cable TV, the cable TV channels would run all kinds of Christmas specials just to keep the kids quiet, busy, occupied while they were home from school. So I'm put together a list of Christmas specials that we were showing kids back in the 70s and 80s. We used to sit down in front of the TV and watch these shows. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Ms. Gen Exodus. This is my channel where I talk about all things pop culture for Generation X. Welcome. So let's start our story today with the first Christmas movie you usually got to see every year. So after Thanksgiving was done, they would send the kids down to the basement or into the bonus room to go and watch TV while the uncles were getting too drunk for comfort for most of us. And one of the first ones that came on every year on Thanksgiving Day was It's a Wonderful Life. And there's good reason why this one got so much airplay. The movie aired, I think it was in 1947, January. I have notes. Let me look at my notes here. On January 4th, 1947. It was a box office flop. I mean, who's going to want to watch a Christmas movie the week after Christmas ended? So I kind of see why it was a box office flop. It never really went anywhere until it came into the public domain. It's a Wonderful Life came into the public domain in 1974, and TV stations started picking up and playing it because it was basically free to air since it was public domain. Oh my gosh, that movie was on TV pretty much every day throughout the entire month of December for most of my childhood. So It's a Wonderful Life is a movie that we have watched often. But the opening scene is George Bailey strongly considering suicide. And I do remember something when Clarence first meets him. George Bailey says something like, "Well, I would never kill myself. That's illegal." And I found that very amusing. Even back when I was a kid, I'm like, I was trying to figure out how the law could reach to the great beyond. If somebody kills themselves, what are you going to do? Throw their corpse in jail? Anyway, I digress.
How did you happen to fall in?
I didn't fall in. I jumped in to save George.
You what? To save me?
Well, I did, didn't I? You didn't go through with it, did you?
Through with what?
Suicide. Oh, it's against the law to commit suicide around here. Yeah, it's against the law where I come from, too.
So I don't know this for sure, but I believe that the release date of It's a Wonderful Life was so that they could qualify for the 1947 Academy Awards. And I think they got nominated for like 5 or 6 Academy Awards for that movie. But man, they took a big hit at the box office. That movie lost $525,000 at the box office. Obviously, it's done better in syndication, and then after they got the copyright back for copywriting the music in the movie, It's a Wonderful Life. We've all seen it. The next movie I have on the list is A Christmas Carol. I'm talking about the one starring George C. Scott. So basically, this is a morality story about a nasty old narcissist who's greedy, doesn't want to share any money, but has a change of heart after being visited by 4 spirits, 3 spirits and a ghost. Not really sure how that works out. But yeah, and I actually found that movie scary. I was afraid of the ghosts when I was a little kid.
As part of my penance, I have been sent to warn you.
Yes, so you have.
And to offer you a hope and chance of escaping my fate. You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
3 spirits. Is that the chance and hope you mentioned?
It is.
Carol. And there's been so many versions now. There was one that starred Henry Winkler. There was another one that starred Bill Murray. I think there was one that starred Mickey Mouse. It also happens to be my favorite Christmas movie and my favorite Christmas tale. I really like A Christmas Carol. Alrighty then. I am going to take a look at my notes.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Thank you very much! Vietnam did this to me, but I'm not bitter. Thank you! Merry Christmas! Happy Hanukkah! Please! Hey, man, I really don't appreciate this! I don't care what it is! Spike ham! Trinity! Some crackers! Thanks a lot! How you like a stump up your ass? Stay out of here! You got a lot of soul. Appreciate it.
In the movie Trading Places, the setting is Christmas. I wouldn't say this is really a Christmas movie, but boy, it sure runs at Christmas time because it's got a Christmas setting. Kind of on the die-hard end of things, if you get my meaning. This movie starred Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, and Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a caper movie. It's a caper/heist movie that takes place over Christmas, where two greedy billionaire brothers wage a bet as to whether or not nature or nurture is superior. If you haven't seen this movie, it's definitely worth it. They pull a trick on the end to, should I give it away? I mean, it's been around for 50 years or 40 years, so spoiler alert. In the end, at Trading Places, they managed to take all the money legally through a method in the stock market that doesn't exist anymore. There's that loophole has been closed. So this was before, what is it called? Insider trading, you know, the thing that Martha Stewart went to prison for. I think that's what they were engaging in, and that's how they managed to steal all the money from, steal or win all the money from the wealthy brothers.
This is your house. These are your personal possessions. You will only be stealing from yourself.
Look, first you throw my ass in jail, right? Then you're gonna drive me out here and start running some garbage to me about this is my house, this is my personal rug, and then you're gonna tell me this is my personal slave too.
I understand how you feel, William, but the fact remains all this is yours. You may do with it whatever you wish.
This is my stuff, my place, huh? I can do what I want with this stuff, right? This is my vase here, right? This is Billy Ray's vase, right? I own this vase, and I can play like Harlem Globetrotter shit with it in, right? Okay, you want mellow lemon shit, right? I mean, I'm sorry about that.
Perfectly all right, William. It was your vase.
That's a cheap vase, man. That was a fake, right?
I think we paid $35,000 for it. But I seem to remember we estimated its value at $50,000 for the insurance company. You see, Mortimer, William has already made us a profit of $15,000.
You want me to break something else?
No.
If you haven't seen the movie, definitely worth a watch. Go back and check out Trading Places. Not really appropriate for children, though. But we watched it anyway. So, can we talk about A Little Match Girl?
Something. Do you want to buy something, honey? Is your mommy here? You're not supposed to play with the toys. What happened to your coat? Where's your mother? Do you want something? Are those your matches? Wait, little girl, wait a minute.
Matches. I have matches. Christmas matches. For a penny. Matches.
This is a Christmas tale written by Hans Christian Andersen. So that's the person who wrote Little Mermaid. In A Little Match Girl, there was a version that came out in 1974 starring Sarah Jessica Parker, of all people. The Little Match Girl is about a little girl whose abusive father puts her out on the street to sell matchsticks, and she's not allowed to come home until she's sold all the matchsticks. So the little girl goes out on the street, her shoes fall off of her feet, and she's walking around in the wintertime barefoot. She's in complete poverty. She takes her matches, she goes down an alleyway, and she starts lighting the matches. And every time she lights a match, she has a small fantasy about what Christmas should be like, what it would be like to get gifts, what it would be like to hear music and taste candy. And the movie goes through a series of these scenes of Christmas festivities, of which she never actually gets to participate in. The little match girl eventually has lit all of her matches, and in the end, she freezes to death. But they get to see her spirit reunited with her deceased mother at the last scene of the movie. I didn't really understand this one. This movie disturbed me for a long time. It still has me disturbed. It's like, why would they let children watch this? It seems like very mature content. So if you want to, maybe go check out Little Match Girl. I could not find a decent watchable version online. Perhaps you can check your public library. They might have something there on CD or VHS that is viewable. There's lots of other versions of Little Match Girl, though. This movie's been made over and over and over, and it's just as depressing every single time. And then we go to the other end of the spectrum.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
A Star Wars Holiday Special. This one came out in 1977. It starred all of your favorite Star Wars characters. You had Han Solo, and you had R2-D2, and C-3PO, and Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker. Everybody was there. Chewbacca, it was mostly focused on Chewbacca's family, I think. Anyway, there's scenes in the Star Wars Holiday Special where Carrie Fisher is visibly drunk during the movie. You can find this on YouTube, link in description. Go check out a Star Wars Christmas Special and continue to embarrass Harrison Ford to the end of his days.
A Christmas special came out. It was produced by George Lucas, in which all of the participants in Star Wars came together and they made this Star Wars Christmas special, and the tape's been passed around for years, and the rumor is that Lucas is trying to suppress it because none of you look happy while you're making this thing. And I thought I'd just ask you about it. Do you remember making this Christmas special? I think it was 1978. No, you don't remember it? You have no memory of this incident?
No, none whatsoever.
No memory of it at all. So it doesn't exist in your...
No, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
No.
All right, and the last messed up holiday special I have for you that Gen X was exposed to is the Little House on the Prairie Christmas Special. This Christmas special really had nothing to do with Christmas aside from the fact that it was set on Christmas Eve. The Little House on the Prairie gang lived in a place called Walnut Grove, and there was a blizzard bearing down on Walnut Grove. So instead of just hunkering down, the school teacher decides to send the children home. And all the parents show up at school to pick up their kids, and there's no kids there. And everybody gives the teacher a hard time for potentially killing all the children in town. They do find the children in the end, and it's kind of a rough ride trying to get there. But yeah, Little House on the Prairie Christmas Special. Not very Christmassy, not very happy. I can't remember if somebody died in. I think maybe somebody did die in that episode too. So you can still check this out on YouTube too. Link in the description below. Did any of these Christmas specials stir up any memories for you? Does it make you want to go out and watch something kind of messed up? Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ms. Jen Exodus, and you can find videos on my channel. Hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video and you'd like to see more of me. Thanks so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.